right, we have Sandra Richardson is going to be doing her talk today about colors. She's a dual American Australian citizen. During her 20 years in Australia, she was a high school English teacher.
Sandra, I know how to lower that.
I don't want it.
You don't want to lower?
She's going to stand.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
30 years ago, she moved her nomad gallery to Taos from Australia and created Zandy Original Fashions. She published her first magical realism novel, Splinters, A Modern Mythic Journey, which garnered 4 New Mexico Arizona Book Awards. Currently, while penning her sequel to Splinters, she acts as founder-director for the Nomad Foundation Museum, open by appointment, presenting her collection of art, antiques, and textiles, a master in 50 years of world travels. And she's just created the 100th Monkey Society on her property. And I'm very curious about what that is, so maybe you will tell us.
I'll get to it.
So today we're talking about the magic of color and exploration of the emotional, vibrational impacts of various hues on our body, mind, and spirit. Take it away, Sandra.
Today I'm a sterling example of how not to arrive for a presentation. I was here, my notes were at home, I had to go home. Oh God. Anyway, I'm so thrilled to see you all here. Wow, what an honor. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
And can you see me okay, Zoomies?
Yes.
All right. It's really a good idea to breathe. So today, what I'd like to do with you is a little exploration of color and how the ones that you choose can impact your energy. So let's see where we are with this. How many of you, just raise your hands, think of color as vibrations of light energy? Well, maybe I should have asked how many of you don't. Okay. Well, that's awesome. So hopefully, if you already know everything I'm going to tell you, it'll just refresh your memory. But I'm basing this talk, the main premise of this talk for working with color comes from a friend of mine. She's an artist. She and her sister, Carol and Bev, I represented them in my gallery. And Carol wrote this book. Whoops, my phone camera. Oh my God. She wrote this book called The Magic of the Colors, Their Emotions, and How to Use Them. And rather than give you a big summary of Carol's credentials, I thought, seeing is believing. When I had my gallery, I also did a workshop, Lakota Medicine Wheel workshop with Michael Redshirt. And during that workshop, he gave me, or we discovered, all my Native American spirit animals. So I told the girls about it, and they created this coat that they painted. Okay, this is really hard. They're all my spirit animals from Michael Richard. Mine. And, okay. Oh, golly, this is really challenging. It's fun. And then on the inside, they painted, where are you? My Aboriginal totem animal, who's a gecko.
Gecko.
So it's fully reversible, and they did all the paintings. So now you know, she does know a little bit about color. Right, would you agree? Okay. So I'm going to read a quote. Carol was not a writer, she was an artist, but she made this book, and her intention was to help people create a rainbow harmony of wholeness. And I'd just like to quote from her book before we get started. She says, it's only a little book, but it's really awesome. And she says, the universe is space and energy. Light is energy. Thus, light is inherent in all creation. Within light energy is the rainbow spectrum of color, the visible part of light. It manifests as vibrations, electromagnetic wavelengths that resonate through and out of themselves, resonating in accordance with sacred laws. We bathe in this color consciously or unconsciously, and it affects our thoughts and feelings and can be used to heal and balance ourselves. We can learn to add or subtract tones in our mind, our heart, our wardrobe, or our environment to enhance our lives into more harmonious, joyful, and vital flow. So, would you like to learn some color techniques to balance your energy, calm your emotions, and lift your spirit?
Yes.
Goody! That's my job here today. Yay! So first, I want to just have a little bit of a fun play with color. Let's examine, oh no, we'll do that later. Color often in our language represents other things. It can represent feelings or personalities or even energy states. And I'm wondering if you can get on board with me on this one. So I'm going to start with how color is used in our language to describe something else. And I'm going to start with green with envy. So anybody got one off the top of your head?
Seeing red.
Seeing red.
With anger.
Right.
Feeling blue.
Feeling blue.
Having a yellow streak.
Yeah.
Having a yellow streak. Ooh, now that says quite a lot about character, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Silver lining.
Oh, of course the two lovebirds would come up with a silver lining. Any more?
Black mood.
Black mood, yeah.
Purple haze.
No, that's something else. Okay, well, you got all the ones I had: red hot temper, feeling blue. But what about the doozy? Show one's true colors. That gives you something to think about, doesn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to experience this for ourselves. So I'm going to, because what I'd like you to do is examine your favorite colors or colors in general and their effect on your vibrational field. And the way we're going to explore this is, I'm going to stop shaking, and I'm going to lead you in a little guided meditation. Oh, yay, and we have lots of time. Goody. So I know you all know how to do this. Just get comfortable, relax. People on Zoom, You can close your eyes. I'm not going to do anything entertaining at the moment that you need to see, I hope. So everybody just relax, close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth is usually a good technique. And just relax. And now bring to mind, think of your favorite color. Just visualize it. Try to pick a primary color for this exercise rather than pastel. And just really try to be one with that color. How does it make you feel emotionally? Just check in and see if there's an emotional feeling associated with it. Do you associate it with an object or a memory? Now notice your physical sensations. When you're one with this color, do you feel warm, calm, excited, energized? So just be one with this color for a moment and notice the sensations and things that are coming up for you. And try to anchor them in your memory because we're going to share about them in a bit, pretty soon. So just try and hang on to what you're experiencing now, mentally, physically, emotionally, with your favorite or one of your favorite colors. Okay, put that color in your pocket for a moment. Now we're going to do the exact same exercise with a color you don't like. So find that little beast of color that you really don't care for. Try to become one with it just for a moment. And notice how it makes you feel emotionally, physically. Do you associate that color, that nasty color, with an object or a memory? Just notice what that color brings to mind. And be aware of your physical sensations also. Does it make you feel cold, sad, maybe even frightened? Is it centered in a particular part of your body? Okay, anchor this, be one with this color for one more moment. Anchor these experiences in your memory so that we can discuss them in a minute. And then gradually bring your attention and awareness back to this room. Open your eyes. Your eyes are open. And take a breath. Do you need a window open, Sandra? I don't know if that was a color. Oh, okay, awesome. Well, we know it works, don't we? Okay, would anyone like to share what their favorite color experience was and what color it was?
Well, I will.
Okay,
Purple. I picked purple. I love all colors,
right,
but I picked purple, and it makes me feel uplifted and I guess royal, regal. Oh,
ooh. Okay, everybody bow. Awesome, great. And do you want to do favorite colors all at once or go back and forth? Favorite all at once first?
Mhm.
Okay, and then we'll go back to the others. All right. Well, I'll just tell you that Carol did a little chart in her book, and it has a lot of the colors on it. So if you say one that I've got on this chart, I'll read it. She says violet has the vibration of clarity and acceptance, free of guilt, inner peace, transmutation, personal sacrifice, love and service expressed together. Know the truth and speak from the knowing. Now we all love violet, right? Hence the carpet. Zach?
My favorite color is yellow, the color of the sun. And when I, get into the color, I just feel such a brightness and gladness and just joy. But in the process, it really occurred to me that it's such a kind of naive joyfulness that there's a little bit of fear involved, that I'm so vulnerable that I'm open to external forces. There's a little fear in there too.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting. Well, what Carol says about yellow is it has the vibration of courage.
Which is strange because we associate it with cowardliness.
I know, sometimes language is a bit misleading, the yellow streak and all that, yeah. According to her, now this is Carol's point of view, someone else might have a different take, but she says it's about courage, vibrating with courage energy, inner strength, inspiration, confidence, assimilation, analytical. And then she says there's like a little affirmation or whatever with each color. Focus on what is, not what isn't. Anybody else? Yes.
My favorite in blue is partially the sky, partially I have a spiritual guide who sometimes shows up as a blue light, and it kind of felt comforting and wise with the blue. Yeah.
Right, okay. Comforting and wise. Amy's favorite color is blue. And on this sheet, Carol has identified blue as the energy of compassion, or the vibration of compassion, if you like. Sharing, an open heart, everything lies within. Innocence, and then she's put in brackets, which Carol had an amazing mind. After innocence, she put brackets, inner sense. Close quote. And protection, integrity, and transition. Every gift you give is given back to yourself.
But I have a lot of compassion, so I can see that it fits a lot with what her description of it is. Yeah.
Right. Anyone else? Yeah, Marcy.
Orange, which is a color I didn't used to like, but I remember having a long sweatshirt. It was a beach cover and it was really cozy inside, had a boat neck. It was really sweet, and I realized I'm gravitating more toward colors that I formerly didn't really care for.
Interesting.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite color, but
Right.
like the Zach and the yellow, it just felt empowering in this cold, dark season to have that knowledge.
I don't know if you heard that. I'm sure people on Zoom didn't. What Marcy was saying was her favorite color, not necessarily favorite, but the color that came up for her was orange, and that it reminded her, this is interesting how color can bring up memories, and hopefully positive ones. It reminded her of a cozy little beach coat she had as a child, and it made her feel warm and cozy. So you can, the point of all this, I'll just read Carol's thing. Orange has the vibration of abundance. Could all use a bit of that. Giving everything, spontaneity, a wholesome marriage, self-confidence and well-being, dedication, and inner knowing. So, I'm going to move on or we'll run out of time. Okay, and I wish I'd started with the bad ones first because I'd like to leave you with this happy memory. So, anyway, who had some interesting experiences you'd like to share about colors you don't like?
I do.
Okay.
I actually, my favorite color that I picked of the day was red, but a true red. And then when you asked, to think of a color that kind of puts you off, what came was this kind of orangey red that was really popular in the 60s,
Uh-huh.
and I had a wave of nausea.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Because it's kind of associated with cheapness and fakeness and I don't know, creepy.
All right, for the Zoom people, one of our audience felt nauseous about the hippie orangey red color that
Oh, is that what it is?
where we're talking about colors that we don't like so much. Interesting, thanks for sharing. Keep noticing. The point of this exercise is to notice how color affects you physically and emotionally, because you can take that home with you and use it later in your life. Okay, another color we don't like so much?
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
I don't like that one at all. It reminds me of like bilious sick vomit. It's quite repulsive. I don't like being around it anymore.
I'm just looking to see if it's on here. No, it's not. So, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. One of the people here does not like chartreuse. How would you describe chartreuse?
Well, it's sort of that lemon green in between. It's not really yellow, it's not green, it's sort of a mix of that. So that's the way I kind of perceive it.
Huh, that's not my image of it. A mixture of lemony green and...
Well, those colors seem to be a combination. It's more on the greenish side than the yellow side.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, okay. All right, we're getting real graphic with the color here. Shit brown.
We're losing people. People are leaving.
Some are coming. Okay, so it made you feel not great.
Yeah, it's like unappealing. It's almost repulsed. I'm almost repulsed by it.
Almost repulsed.
Yeah.
Okay. One more.
Did you ask for a pure color?
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. We're not being purists. Anyone else? Color you don't like so much? Okay. the point of that exercise was really, I think you got it, but just so you know for sure, is for you to be able to be with colors and take them home with you and play with them. There's also plenty of books on color therapy and whatever. I'm surprised none of you picked black or white. Because I think what Carol has to say about black and white is kind of interesting. So I'm just going to share it with you. We begin with black, darkness, what most human beings perceive as no light, no color, nothing. It is the vastness, the void, the stillness from where all creativity begins. Space, beingness. If we turn off the visible part of white light, the colors and emotions we are left with are invisible wavelengths of energy, energy that we can still sense but not see. The source of all energy that you like, if you like, that we can call the color clear, the crystal, so to speak, that reflects the light, an invisible energy that is the origin of everything. So in a sense, black is nothing and everything. By adding white, light, we have energy, life, colors, and emotions, creation, spirit manifested, completeness, harmony, openness, reflection, transparency, purity, lightness, enlightedness, enlightened, radiance, everything I am that I am.
I want to mention, in China, people's favorite color is often white or black. Usually in the West, we don't choose white or black as a favorite color, but in China, those are the most common choices.
Yeah, and you will often notice that people wear white at weddings and black at funerals. Which, you know, black doesn't make me sad. I feel quite empowered by it. But it does kind of symbolize the void and going back into the void. So it's pretty appropriate for funerals in a way. And lightness, white for weddings, used to mean virginity. I think we've gotten past that a bit. But it can mean, you know, the beginning of the creation of a new relationship, a new energy vibration. So it makes sense to me anyway. Yeah.
Just a thought, another way of looking at it, like, if you take white light and keep it going, it becomes clear. So there's no white. So if it's clear, and it's not, then it's all the darkness from clarity, from clear light.
Right. Well, I kind of read it badly, but she does talk about that. That's the crystal part of when you go from black to white. It's, you know, I was going to give you this book. It's teeny. Look how teeny it is. I was going to give you the whole thing in a thumbnail. Well, can't. Sorry. It's so complex. She has pages and pages of exercises to do and color wheels and how to balance them. And I thought, okay, it's a little bitty book that I cannot do in half an hour. But I would like to suggest that I've given you in these exercises a bit of a path or a gateway to, you know, approach color and become aware of your connection to color and see look around at your environment. Look in your wardrobe. Go in a room where you feel happy and look around at the colors. Then go in a room that you think is maybe a bit drab or isn't quite doing it for you, and look at the colors. And just, if you want to, sit down and think about a color. And, if you're thinking about putting a green plant in a bare corner, you might want to just think about that green plant energy and then see if that's what would help the room, vibrationally, energetically. In your wardrobe, if you've gotten stuck in a rut and you want to change it, just sit and resonate with, I use the term your favorite color. It doesn't have to be your favorite. It can be, like Marcy, a color that you liked at one stage and, misplaced along the way or whatever. And you can use this technique to amplify the energy. Hate it when that happens.
Sandra, what's your favorite color?
I actually am pretty egalitarian. I don't, in fact, have a favorite. But what I do is a light ceremony. I'm a light worker, and every night I work with rays of light. And the ones I use are white gold, gold, and violet. So they're my go-to colors when I want to bless things. Hence, the purple carpet, blessing you all. I was going to show some cards that Carol made about these. Doggone it. Okay, music stand doesn't really cut it. Tables don't really cut. Okay, I'm just going to read you what Carol says about these three primary colors. And you can get a book or a color wheel or something and just see how to mix the colors and make a harmonious rainbow in your wardrobe, in your space, in your heart. It doesn't have to be out there. It can be used internally too. And what Carol says is, Carol explains that the energy properties of three primary colors mix together to create all colors. So the three primary colors that she suggests, or that she says are the three primary colors, and I'm going to believe her, are blue, red, and yellow. And she's done, I don't know if this will work. Okay, I'm going to try it. These are cards that Carol created out of collages. Does that sort of works? Got a nasty shine on it I can't do much about. So that one was blue. And she says blue is the energy vibration of compassion and truth. Then she did this card, and there's stuff on the back of all these cards too. She's quite something with color, this Carol girl. And red, she says, is the color that has the energetic qualities of vitality, depth, and creativity. So if you're working on a project, I noticed when I built my new extension, I decorated it, and I looked around and there was red everywhere, and I thought, I didn't know I liked red. But it was about creativity. So it's kind of interesting. And this is the card that Carol, the collage that, shit. I hope you can bleep that out of me. I I'm so sorry.
Well, we hadn't mentioned brown before.
Well, that's right. Now we have, and we know why we don't particularly always like it. Oh, I'm having a day. Okay. Here's red. There's a little man in there, I don't know. Anyway, those of you who are here can come up and have a look after if you want. And then the last one was yellow. And that's that. So, I hope this gave you some interesting things to play with when you get home. The point is for you to be able to use this information in your own space. And I did pick a card for unity today, and I've already let the cat out of the bag. It was violet, and it's for clarity, truth, love, and service expressed together. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you all for playing. And I've got to sign some information about the 100th Monkey Society, which I've just started, and I'm so excited about it. And there's a little sheet you can sign up, no obligation. Why am I dropping everything today? Just give me your contacts and I'll send you more information about it. It's going to raise your vibration, I promise, till we hit the tipping point and everyone's vibration is raised. That's the point. So I'll put it on the back table if you want to give me your info, and I'll send you more. Thank you so much for coming and playing with me.